It's the 11th day of Spooky Month, and today's prompt is Sting. This one wasn't the easiest to figure out what to do for, and in fact I only came up with the idea the other night. Up until then I'd had this frankly quite lame idea of a skeleton whacking a beehive, and a ghost laughing as the bees were completely unable to sting either of them. But that would be tough to show on one image, and just didn't sound all that fun to paint. So instead I ended up thinking about bees and stinging insects in general. That was when I thought of murder hornets, probably my worst nightmare. And their name gave me an idea. Suppose you had a serial killer transfigured into a large stinging insect. Meet Jason Voorhees, a buzzing nightmare with a hockey mask barely disguising his mandibles, a ragged coat covering his striped segmented body, and a pair of machetes in place of the ends of his 2 front legs. He also has a savage-looking stinger, but I doubt it saw as much use. But it looks like Jason here has finally met his match. At least for now. Someone has stuck a pin through him and fastened him to an insect collector's board under the Latin name Veneris tertiodecima. But I wouldn't hold out too much hope about Jason Voorhees staying dead. Before painting these, I looked up the Friday the 13th timeline, and to say the storyline got weird would be a gross understatement. He starts off as a traditional horror movie villain, going on a vengeful rampage through Camp Crystal Lake after coming back from the dead, after he was drowned in said lake. And during his timeline, he's gained superpowers, gone into space, and been resurrected by a telekinetic who he then has to fight. Wild. Truly wild. Insect legs are definitely one of the things I struggle to paint more, particularly when I was initially going to have Jason here in flight in a stormy night sky and needed his legs to be in a more battle-ready pose. But then I decided on the bug collector's approach, which made things a bit easier, as his legs could afford to be curled up like a dead spider's. That's down to a hydraulic-like system where liquid called hemolymph moves in and out of their legs through channels in them, which causes the legs to contract and extend. So when that hemolymph is no longer moving, the legs seize up and curl in on themselves. There we go, we'll finish up on that interesting fact as it looks like we're done. I have a Discord for folks to chat and share their art, and I have a Ko-Fi if you'd like to support what I do. And if you're looking for more art, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like this video. Check it out and see what you think. Catch you in the next one!